now to denounce a very serious misdeed practiced by Microsoft against my computer the end of last week. That's very serious because it's a big cowardy and still clearly shows how Microsoft, the more millionaire, billionaire they are, they still are deeply greedy. And what happened was, and I feel the need to record this denouncement for my YouTube channel. What happened? I was using Windows XP since 2006 because I like the operational system, but with the passage of time, Windows XP stopped receiving updates, and I began being harmed and unable to use a lot of new possibilities with my browser, Chrome and Firefox, due to that fact that Windows XP, really an old operational system, wasn't receiving updates anymore. This is, to my view, immoral, because since a company releases a product and people buy this product, they should be at least morally obliged to provide the necessary updates. Okay, they released Windows 7 and now they have Windows 10. Okay, they are better operational systems, I think, but I think they cannot oblige or force people to change the operational system they like only because they decided to change. The logical and much more ethical thing to me would be, okay, we are releasing a new operational system, but if you prefer to continue using the old program, okay, we will provide the necessary updates so that you can enjoy the new resources of the web, updating your browser, be it Chrome, Firefox, or any other that in a while may exist. But no, this typical way of operating in the market by Microsoft is wrong. Well, I was using Windows XP for more than 10 years, and 2 years ago I began having problems with my browser because my browser could no longer be updated because it was not compatible with Windows XP. I have a very good technician for my computer, and this technician is working with me for 20 years, but he tried to help me keeping Windows XP as far as possible. But now it really, the situation really reveals to be impossible. A lot of tasks on the web, all of them very important to me, I could no longer continue with Windows XP. Then, as I am not a technological guy, I don't have a technological mind. I'm, as all of you know, I'm a medical doctor. I'm a man from human sciences. I'm a writer and also an artist, visual artist and musician, guitar player and composer. And my YouTube channel consists mostly of presenting my guitar pieces, and once in a while I speak here about other subjects like my profession, medicine, gynecology, or some topics on politics. Well, but I finally was pushed against the wall, and I could see no other way if not changing for a new operational system. And my technician, knowing me very well along 20 years, he advised me to move to Windows 7, since it's not too different from the old Windows XP, and said to me that if I change it to Windows 10, I would have serious difficulties in working and operating a lot of tasks in my desktop. Yes, I still use a desktop. I love desktops. And I said, okay, let's install Windows 7. What demands a lot of hours of work, reinstalling all the programs I use that are highly sophisticated programs like Photoshop, Windows Movie Maker, ACDC, and several others. And my technician did that, and he didn't use an official version of Windows 7, even because Windows 7 is no longer for sale. And we know that Microsoft is no longer providing updates for Windows 7. But even so, we installed Windows 7 in my machine, and okay, I liked it. It's not so different from Windows XP, but this change required 8 hours of work on the part of my technician in order to transfer all the programs and all my data to the new Windows 7. New to me, because actually it's not new. Windows 7 was released in 2009 and is no longer sold. Okay, but I was happy. Now I'm having a much better navigation. But what Microsoft did, this was a crime, and I want to denounce this publicly here. And since I am using computers for more than 20 years, I have accompanied Microsoft trajectory in the market, and I know that Bill Gates has suffered several processes, judicial processes for unloyal market practices and for the practice of almost a monopoly, only having as a competitor the Mac, Apple. Well, a few days ago, in the morning, I turned my computer on and I could not initialize my computer. I consider that very strange. A lot of weird message appeared on the screen, and summarizing, Microsoft invaded my computer. This was, they hacked my computer in spite of my firewall, in spite of my Norton antivirus that I have used along 20 years. Nothing could avoid the guys or the criminals at Microsoft to impede me to work my computer. And they wrote, your version of Windows 7 is not the official. Fuck! Okay, it's not, but it's no longer sold. What they have to lose, since they are millionaires, billionaires, and I have no idea about the amount of money, how rich Bill Gates and others are. Simply, they invaded my computer. Nobody has the right to invade my computer. They hacked my computer. They hacked my computer. I will repeat, they invaded my computer and even destroyed several programs that I use. They not only put the Windows 7 out of work, but corrupted programs that I use. That's a crime. That's a crime. And I got too angry, and in conversation with my technician, he realized that he had to find Windows 7 is still being sold in the market to reinstall in my computer, and he lost hours and hours and hours of work to replace everything once again in my machine, 1 week after the hard work he had 1 week ago. So, summarizing, here I accuse publicly these delinquents by Microsoft of attacking computers, because I know this didn't happen only to me, this happened to many other people, and that's the most amazing thing. As I said, Windows 7 is no longer being sold. So what's the problem if I was using a non-official copy? That's a crime. So one more unloyal and dirty market practice by Bill Gates and Microsoft. That, okay, now everything is fixed, but I was deeply wasted because of that. I'm 69 years old. Now everything is fixed, but I had to leave this well documented here. Okay, thank you very much for listening to me, and if you agree, please share with other YouTube users. Many thanks, a good night to everybody. Okay, it's that.